Today I'm going to be testing out some clean makeup products. This will be my first time trying out what I have, so it'll be a live reaction and review. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I try to wear a minimal amount in my day-to-day life just so I look put together and professional, and I hate the feeling of a ton of heavy products on my face. And it seems like no matter what I try, it always ends up breaking me out. I haven't found one BB cream slash sunscreen slash foundation that hasn't given me pimples yet. So I'm still on the hunt for something that my sensitive skin likes. So I've been doing some research on some cleaner makeup products, which they just have a few less ingredients in it. And I was hoping that maybe having some products with minimal ingredients would help my skin, and maybe it would be something that my sensitive skin approves of finally, so that I can go about my day wearing a little bit of makeup on my skin and sunscreen, but not suffering the consequences and getting pimples from it. So I'm trying to work through products that I currently have in my makeup collection before I start replacing things, but I did pick out a few things that I've run out of recently. So I picked out a foundation, a concealer, a mascara, an eyeshadow palette, and a blush. So I won't have any primers or finishing powders to kind of like complete the look, so it's probably gonna be a little shiny, but we'll see how that goes. So I have the descriptions of the products on my laptop here, so I'm going to be kind of reading through the description and why I think it might help my skin a little bit, and then kind of compare my review versus some of the reviews that I've read on the product. I think that will be really helpful for me to see as I am wearing this throughout the day. And then I want to do a check-in later tonight after I've worn the product all day to see how it wears, because especially the mascara I'm a little nervous about, just because I know mascaras with cleaner ingredients in them tend to not have the best consistency. So I've tried to pick out one that I think will suit me, but we'll see how that goes. I'm very prone to getting raccoon eyes, so let's just get started. So the first thing that I picked out was the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation, and I picked this out because not only is it a foundation, but it also has SPF 15 in it, and as you can tell, I have very fair skin and lots of freckles, so I definitely love products that have sunscreen. And something that appealed to me about this was it's hypoallergenic, and they talk about having like a pollution defense, which I think is like possibly the sunscreen in it. I'm not an expert on makeup, but just like this is average person reading how this works in the ingredients. And something that stuck out to me about this product is a lot of the reviews said that they love the SPF in this, and also that it is kind of on the lighter coverage side of things. I don't love full coverage foundation just because I have a lot of freckles and I like them to be visible. I don't like to cover them all up. So I like things to look as natural as possible and sink into my skin and just like give me a more even finish instead of like covering it all up. So that's why I'm looking forward to trying this. So I'm going to start out here, trying not to make a mess. I got this in the color 12N Fair Neutral. It's on my hand. Looks like normal foundation. It's really nice. I think it looks like my skin just a little nicer. Yeah, that's really nice. That's a nice base. I like that a lot. We'll see how it wears. I feel like, especially being as fair as I am, but having some freckles on my face, it's really hard to match a foundation. So we'll see kind of how it wears throughout the day, and if it oxidizes at all. Hopefully it doesn't make me turn orange. That would be a nightmare. So let's move on to concealer. The concealer I'm using is this one from Kosas, and this is called Revealer Concealer Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer. I got it in tone 1 in porcelain with cool undertones. So they describe it as a medium coverage concealer. Apparently it's supposed to help like brighten the under eyes and the skin as well. And the reason I picked this one out actually was because it had the best reviews in the clean category, and people said they really like the texture, which I think is really important, especially for under eyes. I get a lot of creases, I smile a lot, so I definitely get like creasy eyes under here if I don't have a good concealer. So let's give this a try. It looks pretty lightweight and a little runnier than I'm used to. Right now I use the NARS one, which is definitely super creamy, and I haven't found a good replacement for it yet. It's definitely my favorite. I've been using it for years, so interesting to try something new for the first time in a while. Looks really nice. I honestly don't really feel like I even need a finishing powder. Like, the foundation was a lot more matte than I thought it was gonna be, and the concealer too. I have like a nice glow, but I'm not shiny, which is really nice. Maybe I don't even need to spend money on a powder. That's a bonus, right? Okay, so the next product I was really excited for, but I have some bad news about it. It arrived in the mail and it was completely shattered. So I got a blush. This is the RMS Beauty Pressed Blush, and it looks really pretty online. It's like a very pretty corally pink with golden undertones in it, and I was super excited for it. But I did read some reviews on the website saying that people experienced it shattering really easily, and I didn't think that it would happen to me. I said, oh, I'll be really careful, and I didn't even get the chance to accidentally shatter it myself. It just arrived shattered. So I'm gonna try to be really careful with this because it's super messy. I don't really know how to fix it. I don't want to put rubbing alcohol in it or anything. I know that's a hack, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research. Anyway, here is the color. It's, ooh, yeah, I just dropped some on the floor and on my computer. Okay, cool. Let's try and be really fast about this. It's really pretty. Okay, I had to take a short intermission because I spilled it all over and I had to clean it out of my jeans. So we're back. A lot of drama going on over here. But anyway, it's a really pretty color, but I'm just really disappointed that mine broke, and I feel like I wouldn't trust that it would travel well anywhere. It is just so broken. It is kind of unusable. It gets everywhere every time that I open it. So one big disappointment, but the color is very pretty and I appreciate what they're doing. When I worked at Madewell and we started carrying beauty products, that was one of the companies that we first started carrying, and we were all really obsessed with some of their little highlighting palettes and stuff that they had in the store. So hopefully I can try something else from them in the future that maybe I'll like a little bit more. Next, let's move on to eyes. I picked out a eyeshadow palette that I'm really excited about. I think the colors in here are really nice. This has a nice mix of neutrals, and then also I feel like kind of pinkier tones suit me really well. So I think this palette is going to be a favorite of mine if I like the formulation. It had really good reviews. I really like the packaging as well. They don't have a mirror in here, which I think is really nice actually. I don't like the mirrors. I think they get really dirty. I never use them. And they do claim that because they don't have a mirror and they don't have any magnets, this package can be recycled when it's done. So I'll have to look into that to make sure that that is 100% true. But I think that's a really cool idea anyway. Just like remove some of the frills, make your palette maybe a little cheaper, and then also give people the opportunity to dispose of it nicely. So yeah, let's give this a try. I did put on a little eyeshadow primer to try it out. This one is not a new product. This is just something I already have, and this does not fit under the clean category. This is the Urban Decay primer. I just have a ton of it and I want to use it up before I pick out a new eye primer. First, oh my gosh, this is very pigmented. I feel like this is more pigmented than some other eyeshadows that I have, and that's not really what I was expecting from a palette that's in the clean category. I was thinking that I would have to build up this a little bit more, but wow, that's really nice. Those are pretty colors. I think I'm really gonna like this. This is a win, I think, in my book. All right, and finally, let's finish off the look with some mascara, and then I also have a lip product to try. So this is, I picked out the Tarte Surfer Curl Volumizing Mascara, And I felt like mascara was the most difficult category to pick out under the clean category. I just felt like there were plenty of options, but there weren't a ton of them with good reviews. So this one has 3.5 stars, but I went for it because there were some pretty positive reviews saying that it worked out, it didn't flake, it didn't leave marks, but there were some other reviews saying that they felt like it smudged easy. If you have watery eyes or are prone to crying, you probably don't want this mascara. Like, some people said that. So I don't know how this is gonna work. I feel like it's very hit or miss for me with mascara. Some mascaras that I've owned in the past people have commented like, oh, this smudges on me, and it hasn't smudged on me, and then other ones that people swear by smudge on me and are horrible. So it's all just like a game of, you know, trying things out and seeing how it works. So I am going to try this one. The main reason that I wanted a cleaner mascara is because I have very sensitive eyes, and I do feel like products near my eyes make them water a lot. I also have pretty long eyelashes, and I like to take good care of them. I actually don't love to wear mascara because I feel like every mascara that I wear, even when I take it off gently, a bunch of my eyelashes fall out, and I like to nourish them and try and preserve them as best as I can, just because I like they're thick and long anyway, and I don't usually need to wear much mascara, but I feel like I try my best to wear it to work just so I look put together, which is really sad that I have to say that, but I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do, I guess. Yeah, that looks really nice. It's very natural. That's how I like my mascara. And it's not clumpy, so we'll see how it wears throughout the day. I feel like that'll be the biggest thing that I'll be looking for when I check in later. And then finally, let's finish off with the lip product I picked out. I am not a huge fan of something that I have to maintain throughout the day, like a lipstick or something. So I typically stick to glosses or tinted chapsticks or whatever. So I picked out this Tarte Jelly Glaze, and this is in the color Toasted Coconut. I think it's kind of like a pinky, yeah, like a pinky kind of nude color. So, oh, it smells, wow, that smells really good. Yeah, it's nice. I like something that gives me a little bit of color on my lips, but isn't overly heavy or something that I have to maintain. And I think this is actually a pretty nice product. This is nice. Something that feels like something moisturizing and light. That feels kind of like a gloss. Wow, that is nice lip gloss. It smells so good. It smells like sunscreen, like the good kind of sunscreen, the kind of coconut scented sunscreen. It's very nice. All right, so that is my finished makeup look. I think it turned out really nice. The only thing that I'm pretty disappointed by so far is the blush, just because it broke, which is really disappointing. But everything else, it applied really nicely, and I think color-wise, everything matches and looks okay on me. So let's just see how it wears throughout the day, and I'll check in later for like a final review. It might not be the best lighting because it's gonna be nighttime, but overall, first impressions, I think it turned out really nice, and I am really excited that I have some new products to use in my makeup collection. It is almost midnight. I just like kind of fell asleep a little bit without brushing my teeth or washing my face, so I woke up to come do this. But final check-in, feel like everything wore really well. The main thing that I was really impressed with was the mascara, because like there's no raccoon eyes. This is just dark circles, so like that doesn't count, but no smudging or anything, and I really like the way that it felt on my eyes. So I'm gonna take everything off now and go to bed. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video.